Okay, in this problem, we're going to find the circumcenter just by using the coordinates of the points. So remember how we do this is we write two equations for two lines. So the first equation, y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. And the second equation, y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. And we're just going to find the two equations, and then eventually we'll set them equal to each other. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw the triangle out. So I've got coordinates, or A, which has got coordinates 0, 3. I've got B, which has coordinates 6, negative 1. And C, which has coordinates 10, 3. So A, B, and C. So what I want to do is I want to find the circumcenter. So the circumcenter, again, is where the point where the perpendicular bisectors intersect. So if I want to find the perpendicular bisector of this side, I need to find the midpoint. So in order to find the midpoint, I just know that 3 is halfway between 0 and 6, and halfway between 3 and negative 1 would be 1, because it would be 2 away from 3 and 2 away from 1. So that would have coordinates 3, 1. All right. So I want to find the perpendicular bisector, so it's going to look something like that. So I already know the point that I can put into this equation. It's 3, 1. So y minus 1 is equal to m times x minus 3. Now I just need to find the slope. And the slope, since it's perpendicular bisector, I know it's going to be perpendicular to this line as well. So all I have to do is find the slope of that side, which is going to be negative 1 minus 3, because that's my change in y from negative 1 to 3. All of my change in x, which would be 6 minus 0. So that gives me negative 4 over 6, or in other words, negative 2/3. So the slope of this line from A to B is negative 2/3, which means the slope of this line is going to be the opposite reciprocal, or in other words, 3/2. So the slope of this one, negative 2/3. Slope of this one, opposite reciprocal, 3/2. So now the equation of this line is y minus 1 is equal to 3/2 times x minus 3. Now I have to do another one. So I want to find the midpoint of this side and then find the equation of that line. So the midpoint, I've got coordinates 6, negative 1 and 10, 3. So halfway between 6 and 10 is 8. And halfway again between negative 1 and 3 is 1. So this has got coordinates 8, 1, so I can plug those right in. So y minus 1 is equal to m times x minus 8. Now I just need to find the slope, and once again, since it's perpendicular to this side, I can find the slope of this side and then do the opposite reciprocal. So the slope of side BC is going to be 3 minus negative 1 all over 10 minus 6, so I get a slope of, well, 3 minus negative 1 is 4. 10 minus 6 is 4. So I have a slope of 1. So the slope of side BC is 1. The slope of this perpendicular bisector is going to be the opposite reciprocal of that. So it would be slope of negative 1. So now the equation of this line is going to be y minus 1 is equal to negative 1 times x minus 8. Alright, now what I do is I solve both of these equations for y. So I'd have y is equal to 3/2 times x minus 3 plus 1. That came from that equation right there. I just added 1 to both sides, excuse me. And then I add 1 to both sides here, so I have y is equal to negative 1 times x minus 8 plus 1. So now I have both equations solved for y, so I can set them equal to each other because I'm looking for the place where they are equal. So the x and y values for both of those equations are the same at that one spot at the circumcenter. So I can, oh man, don't mind my spotlights that just fell. Anyway, so I can set these two equal to each other. So I'm going to distribute this 3/2 as well into here. So I've got y is equal to, and again, since I'm setting them equal to one another, whoa, I'm going to just set this part equal to this part. So 3 halves x minus 9 halves plus 1 equals negative 1x plus 8 plus 1. Now, because I don't really like dealing with fractions, I'm going to multiply everything by 2. So both sides by 2. So I'll multiply both sides by 2. I end up with 3x minus 9 plus 2 equals negative 2x plus 16 plus 2. And so now I just have to solve for x. So I add 2x to both sides, so I'm going to end up with 5x minus 7 is equal to 18. Add 7 to both sides, so I have 5x is equal to 25, so x is equal to 5. Then if I want to solve for y, because again that's a point where they intersect, I should have x coordinate and a y coordinate. I just take that 5 and I plug it into one of my equations for y. So I'm going to plug it into this one just because it's a little bit easier. I don't have to deal with the fraction. So y is equal to negative 1 times 5 minus 8 plus 1. So y is equal to negative 1 times negative 3 plus 1. So y is equal to negative 1 times negative 3 is positive 3 plus 1 gives me 4. So the coordinates of the point of the circumcenter are 5, 4.